Government school, I've had this in front of me since last week. Still amazed by this. An elementary report card from the Clayton County Public Schools, the Morrow Elementary School on Reynolds Road. The teacher is Ms. Davis. Now, I mentioned this last week. I think it was on Thursday. On the Clayton County Public School report cards, there is a section on the back. It says, please review this card carefully, sign and return it promptly. Our purpose is to provide your child with a quality education. Your support and cooperation are appreciated. And then there's two spaces. There's 6 spaces here for teacher comments. Evidently, there's 6 report cards during the year. 6 spaces for teachers' comments. Under space number 1, this is where the teacher put comments for the first report card. Jonathan R. continue to show improvement. That's what Ms. Davis at the Morrow Elementary School wrote. Jonathan R. continue to show improvement. And then on the second time this report card came through, the teacher's comments, Jonathan R. doing such a good job. This is a teacher, folks, a teaching degree, a teacher's certificate at a government school. Jonathan R. doing such a good job. How many teachers in private schools do you think there are around Atlanta who would ever put a comment like that on a report card and send it home to parents? Do you know of any private school teachers that would do that? But a union-protected government school teacher, Jonathan R. doing such a good job. I know that a letter was sent to the principal of the school and to the school superintendent about this teacher. What do you want to bet anything was done about that? Yeah, right, sure. 10 minutes till 9 o'clock. Chris Monroe.
Neal, I hate to say it, but I was a product of the Cobb County schools. In fact, I went to that very middle school over there in Cobb County, and I spent about 6 years as well, the last 6 years, as a volunteer and a teacher for these Cobb County schools. And I can tell you firsthand what a mess it is when somebody gets suspended for having a butter knife in their car, and it's a weapon. It's absolutely ludicrous, and I agree with you, and I know it firsthand. So as we take a look at traffic on the interstates, Neal, things are in much better shape on the freeways. A lot of folks have the week off of the Christmas vacation. That's meaning if you have to go to work, you've got a pretty nice ride. 285 eastbound.
Is doing such a good job. God. I wonder what the principal of that school is. The principal of that school out there, the Morrow Elementary School, is David Head. David E. Head. He's the principal. Wonder if anything was ever done. I wonder if that teacher was ever called in. Said, hey, lady, how about taking some remedial grammar? How about learning a little bit so that you don't embarrass the school and the entire school system? On your teacher comments that go home to the parents that pay taxes, that pay your salary. Of course, as soon as he said that to her, or teacher would go whining to the teachers' union, and then you'd have some sort of a big union brouhaha going on. It's incredible. 872-0750. That's number. Hey, Amy, how you doing there?
Fine, how are you?
Oh, fine. Let's make it quick here.
I just wanted to see if you rode the coaster at New York.
Yeah. Do I look crazy to you?
It's not that bad.
I did. I was in the front seat.
How did you like it?
It's a scream.
It's pretty rough, though, don't you think?
Yeah, it's rough, especially that part where you're inverted.
Did you ride the one on top of Stratosphere?
I won't even go to the top of the Stratosphere. But I did ride the one at New York, New York.
All right, I hope you had a good time.
Thanks a lot. 67 miles an hour straight down. Oh, it's a ride. Okay, folks, we're going to get to the whiner of the week, Kim Hatcher in Marietta. Let's deal with Kim Hatcher's letter to the editor to the newspapers over the weekend. Phone calls 404-872-0750 for WSB.
And tell me what you see.
Sexual charisma.
We are really talking about
Neal Boortz. Big fun today.
Saying exactly what you're thinking. Now more of Neal Boortz on News Talk 750 WSB.
All right, folks, the Neal Boortz Show, News Talk 750 WSB. We're going to be around till noon. Dr. Laura, fresh off her appearance on Meet the Press, will be along at 12 o'clock. Clark Howard is on another one of his many vacations. Well, no, I get 4 weeks.
Encouraging parents to seek alternative forms of education, whether it be homeschooling, charter schools, or private schools. I am a former public school teacher from another state, and I left out 9 years ago, partly because of the idiocy of what you were talking about this morning. And I happen to be a black homeschooler, and the reason why I point out that I'm a black homeschooler is because I think many times the media tries to portray homeschooling as a white, quote, white middle class type of thing.
Yeah, that may be accurate. That may be accurate.
Yes. Now, in reference,
do you know of a lot of black homeschooling families in Atlanta?
Yes, I do.
That's good.
Yes, I do. And I'll tell you something, Neil. Black parents are getting just as tired as everyone else.
Oh, listen, you know what happened to black parents in Washington, D.C.? They were getting ready to put in a massive voucher system up in Washington, D.C., so that the black parents up there could elect to get their children out of the horrible public school system. And the teachers' unions and the Democrats told them, hey, the hell with you. We're not going to let you out of the public school system up here. And they lost out.
And the kids lose out also.
Oh, yeah.
Now, in reference to this boy with the wine, I was outraged. I mean, the stupidity of it all, but again, that's one of the reasons why my children have never stepped foot in a public school system, and it'll be over my dead body if they ever do.
Well, I hope not.
Yes, but, I'm concerned about the reasoning skills of some of these school officials. Where are the reasoning skills? I mean, I don't know. It just, when you mention the thing about Clayton County, then on top of the thing, and I am in Clayton County, the thing with this boy with the wine, that's my concern. Where are the reasoning skills along with some of the basic reading, math, and arithmetic?
Maybe that's why they don't teach reasoning skills in schools, because there's nobody there qualified to do so.
Now, Neil, in defense of the teacher, and this is only in defense of the teacher, their hands, so many of them, their hands are so tied behind their backs now because of regulations.
Oh, you mean the teacher that turned in this alcohol?
Yes.
Oh, I understand that.
They're required, and it's to the point where you cannot even teach.
I understand that. If that teacher had not turned over that bottle of wine to the school authorities, they could have used that as an excuse to discipline her or perhaps fire her. But the idea that somebody ought to be kicked out of school for 10 days because they bring a bottle of French wine to a French teacher. Wine is a very, very accepted gift during the Christmas holidays. The only glitch here is that the person giving the gift happened to be a minor.
I think it showed intelligence on the part of the child.
Well, I think that there was an attempt at being thoughtful. I don't know that I would have allowed my child to make a gift of alcohol to a school teacher, but it certainly isn't something that should invite a 10-day suspension from school. And this idea that this child needs to take a drug awareness course now is stupid.
Yes, and who's paying for all of this? The taxpayer.
Yeah.
The taxpayer. Well, Neil, you keep up the good work.
Well, thanks a lot, hon.
Okay.
I appreciate it. Have a good Christmas. 872-0750. That's the number. Let's get John in here real quick. And John, yeah, I know zero tolerance means zero tolerance, and it makes 0 sense too.
Neil, I'd like to give you a quick analogy and see if you can explain it to me if it makes any sense to you.
Yeah.
You have a student who takes a substance which is illegal for them to possess to a teacher safely and discreetly, and that was wrong, and it was illegal according to the laws of the state and according to the school rules. Now, the other side of that analogy is you have Ralph David Abernathy safely and discreetly taking a substance which is illegal and delivering it to someone here. I think that if you don't draw the line somewhere with this type of enforcing possession of substance, you're going to have real mayhem when these children reach adult age.
Well, the problem with your example is that there is absolutely no evidence whatsoever that Ralph Abernathy had that marijuana for anything other than personal use or consumption. You said deliver it to somebody else. There has been no suggestion or no evidence that he intended to deliver that to anybody else.
All right, well, let's assume that he didn't. He had an illegal substance, and he had it where he shouldn't have had it.
Okay, so what's your point?
My point is I don't understand why people are so upset at the school system for disciplining a child. I mean, it's not like they came...
Sir, they are upset because, as the previous caller said, it shows a lack of reasoning. A lack of reasoning. The marijuana was an illegal substance for anybody to possess. The wine was not. There's one difference for you. We're supposed to be teaching these kids how to reason. This is not the way to teach kids how to reason. 28 minutes after 9 o'clock, Neal Boortz on News Talk 750. This is WSB.
Have you ever wished you could hire some help for the holidays? Do what I do. Go straight to Winn-Dixie. They wrote the book on easy holiday entertaining, like party platters.